Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Tuesday, August 2nd, 2016. Just to warn you, the show is probably going to go a little bit long today, just a forewarning. And it begins with Outlast 2 being delayed until early next year, specifically before the end of March 2017. The Xbox One S is out today, and if you want to find some benchmarks, you can in the description down below, as well as links for sources for all of today's stories. If you're a Season Pass holder for The Division, the Underground DLC on PS4 goes live today after a period of server downtime. It should be live by now, though. Speaking of The Division, Jake Gyllenhaal will star in the now confirmed The Division, the movie. One of my favorite series, Armored Core, has a board game started on Kickstarter, but From Software did not approve the use of the IP. Instead of Armored Core RTS, it will now be called Mech Command RTS. The track editor for the new Stunts DLC for GTA Online is now live, and you can bet some completely off-the-wall tracks are coming. A turn-based Warhammer 40k game is coming soon, published by Slytherin. It's been a whole month since Xbox One users got mod support for Fallout 4, and PS4 users are still waiting. Sony has commented the process is still under evaluation. Not a great place to be, Sony. Anyone else think that this console generation is just getting interesting? Let me know down below. Ark Survival of the Fittest and Ark Survival Evolved are no longer two separate games. Survival of the Fittest is now no longer free to play and will be part of the Ark Survival Evolved purchase. If you already own Survival of the Fittest, you get to keep it for free. Speaking of free, if you own Battlefield 4 on Xbox One, you can get the China Rising expansion for free. It's time for release announcements. The Turing Test, a first-person puzzle shooter game, has a release date of August 30th. Big Robot, the makers of You Sir Are Being Hunted, have revealed their next game called The Signal. Sister Location, the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel, will release in October, just in time for Halloween. And finally, for teasers, coming from the makers of Dying Light is a rather unexpected turn with their next game. It's called Pure Farming 17, the simulator. It's a farming game, has nothing to do with survival or zombies, just corn. Maybe some wheat. Chickens. Alright, now I want to play this game. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Find out which CSGO skin gambling site refuses to go down. Next, on News Cartridge. Tomorrow is the last day for the sites Valve issued a cease and desist letter to for CSGO skin gambling to shut down. On that list was CSGO Lotto, CSGO Wild, and CSGO Lounge, which was at the top. CSGO Lounge is now seeking a gambling license in order to continue operation, effectively being a 100% legal gambling organization. So let's address that elephant in the room. Valve did not send out their letter in hopes the sites listed would go legit. They posted that letter to stop their operation as they're using the Steam ID system for commercial use. Regardless of whether you're running an underground gambling ring or an above-ground extremely transparent gambling ring, it's gambling rings in general Valve has targeted with their letter. Unless CSGO Lounge has something else up their sleeve, I have no clue how they plan on moving skins around without the Steam ID system. Not only that, but most online gambling sites are illegal in the United States. So, again, no idea what they're trying to do. If you still have any skins on any website, get them off right now. Pause the video, stop, get your skins off right now. Because even CSGO Lounge stated that we don't guarantee what will happen with your items after the 10 days deadline given by Valve. Next up, on day 17 of the Pokemon Go stop, Niantic has finally made statements in regard to the most recent update. They say they removed the 3-step display because even though people liked it, it was confusing and did not meet their product goals. Whatever the fuck that means. Seems to me it was broken, but instead, we're going to tell you that you didn't understand it even though you liked it, and we're taking it away because we didn't want to admit it was broken. They also stopped Pokevision because they say it was interfering with their ability to bring the game to other regions. And finally, they comment the reason they haven't been tweeting much is because they're working, quote, heads down on the game. Yes, those people paying you $1 million a day. Best to just continue your work without acknowledging them, right? Meanwhile, a trainer is reporting the game is glitching and changing the Pokemon you caught after you caught it. As you see in this video, the Poliwag became a Rattata. Other trainers want legendary Pokemon so bad they have turned to faking videos and pictures of catching them. Niantic has said legendary Pokemon will be exclusive to real-world events and are not available in the wild just yet. In other news, the mayor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, is calling for sex offenders to be banned from playing Pokemon Go. And finally, a man has sued Niantic and the Pokemon Company over the placement of Pokestops on his private property. At no point does the court document state that people were on his property, but rather at least 5 individuals knocked on his door to ask him to catch the Pokemon in his backyard. Personally, I see this as the responsible thing to do because you're not trespassing if you get permission. I don't think it's right to feel afraid to ask. Asking permission is the correct thing to do, and the worst thing that should happen is they say no, which you just have to accept and then move on. If they say yes, make sure you're quick about your business and say thank you. In the quick spot today is a little bit of a PSA, but one I don't exactly agree with. If you intend on cosplaying at Gamescom later this year, or dressing up like a character from a video game, movie, book, anime, etc., do not bring any weapons. Gamescom has banned the use of weapons or weapon-like elements in any way, and people attending will not allow to bring them inside. As I said, I don't agree with this because it's suspected that this is in response to a shooting in Munich, and I don't agree with punishing the masses for the actions of a few. Not to mention, these are props, not weapons. Yes, some people do use real weapons as props, but that's a whole other subject, I feel, not for right now. Making a cardboard gun or sword isn't gonna hurt anyone, unless of course that person's gonna be an idiot, but again, back to the first point of punishing the masses for the actions of a few. What do you think about this decision? Let me know down below. Finally today, we're going to do some pointing and laughing at cheaters, but before we do that, Blizzard has added, starting today for limited time, some Olympic-themed skins for Overwatch in celebration of this year's Rio Olympic Games. Not every character currently has an Olympic-themed skin, and it's not clear if they all will get one either, but every player, just for logging in, gets a free Rio-themed loot box, and as you can see here, I got this Diva skin showing off her native South Korea. A new game mode has been added to called Lucio Ball, for a limited time as well. It's been compared to Rocket League, and I'm going to try to stream it later. Come see how it is. Now, on to today's finale, and we're going to take a look at some actual posts by cheaters, some admitting it themselves, which just goes to show you how dumb these fuckers really are. Before we begin, though, no brigading, no witch hunting. If you want to make fun of them, I suggest you start your own YouTube channel and make a video. Don't actually go harass these people, and don't cheat either. Otherwise, you could end up in a bit like this, and that's not incentive, because if you do it for that reason, you're a bigger dumbass than these people. Right away, we have one asking to DM Anonymous via Twitter, yes, Twitter, to hack Blizzard because they're spying on players, because how else would they know that they're hacking? And a trigger bot isn't a hack, according to this fellow. Looking it up, a trigger bot is something that automatically fires when a target goes over your crosshair. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hack. This one says, "These immortals have angered me for the last time. Blizzard, feel my wrath." Which could be interpreted as a vague threat. Better watch yourself there now. But you're not some immortal being, and you pissed them off first by cheating, you dickhead. Blizzard, are you really gonna punish people who paid you money, in all caps there, by the way, for the game? Why, yes, because you violated the ELUA by cheating, you dumbass. This guy says what cheat he's using and still isn't banned. Are these idiots just asking for it? Seriously? That's how you get banned. I could do this for an hour. I'm not joking. There's a link to the full list down below, and if you want to cheat, well, then you don't actually want to play the game. All you want to do is get that sense of superiority, and you'll even convince yourself that you deserve it, like the piece of shit you really are. Woo! Tomorrow's game releases for PC: Animated Puzzles, Overcooked, Platformica, Case, Animatronics, and COSM Cosm. For Xbox One, Overcooked. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I'm Dandruff. I'll see you tomorrow. And what's Jebediah Kerman's favorite anime? Sailor Moon.